In a couple of hours, I'm heading to Newark Airport to hop a plane to Las Vegas, Nevada for the 2026 EV Charging Summit. It is the largest annual trade show that is specifically tailored for the electric vehicle charging industry. One of the companies that I will be speaking with out there is Kempower, and I'll be talking with their president of the Americas, Monil Malhotra. We'll be talking about Kempower's distributed DC fast charging system and also their upcoming 1.2 megawatt DC fast charger, which I had hoped to see in the field by now. So I'm going to try to find out why we don't have these megawatt chargers up and operational just yet. Well, that's just one of the things that I'll be talking to Monil about. So I got to finish packing, head to the airport. I'll see you guys in Las Vegas. All right, I'm here at the Kempower booth with the president of Americas, Monil Malhotra. How bad did I do?
No, that was close. Monil Malhotra. That's good. That's close.
Okay, well, thank you for coming on State of Charge. Yep. We're standing in front of your primary DC fast charger. Why don't you tell a little bit about what you offer, why it's different, and why it maybe is better than some of the competition?
Absolutely, Tom. First of all, thanks for taking the time. I really appreciate this. So this is our satellite system, and what we call here, this is a flex satellite system. So it's part of our distributed system, which means you can actually tuck away the power unit in some corner and use our smaller footprint satellite to actually get more real estate so you can charge more vehicles or equipment. And if you look at this, it's got two plugs. It's got a CCS and an NACS. So what we do is we give our customers the ability, the flexibility to either use the CCS connector or the NACS based on the vehicle that they've got. This can be configured where both of them can be used simultaneously, or based on, once again, our customer preference, you could use either one. So once again, it's just as the name suggests, it's a flex satellite, gives our customers the ability to go either way. You get the high power and you're in, you're out quick.
And as you mentioned, the size of it isn't much bigger than a ChargePoint level 2 6 kilowatt charger. Of course, you've got the power cabinet, as you said, tucked away in the corner, but you don't have this big hulking thing in the middle of the parking lot.
Tom, you're absolutely right. In fact, sometimes, we get calls from customers saying, hey, we saw your level 2 out there. And we say, wait a minute, we don't make level 2s here. Because they feel, how can something this small be a DC fast charger?
This should have given it away, though.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You don't need this for 6 kilowatts, let me tell you.
That's right.
Speaking of which, this thing looks awesome, this cable management system. I mean, what a tremendous, and it's strong. It holds this cable really well. These liquid-cooled cables, really are supported by this thing. The fact that they can swivel to either side, it probably has a good long reach. Absolutely. Because of the way it's designed, you probably can get away with a slightly shorter cable than what some of the competitors do. And with how flexible this is, and it moves right off the unit.
Absolutely, Tom. Yeah. And once again, the key is, you see how it's off the ground a few inches, so we don't have vehicles driving over cables or a plug that's on the ground and the vehicle drives and breaks it. So really proud, it's a patented spring system that we put in here. But again, very proud of this cable management system. Customers really love it.
It looks like this is going to last. This is a robust spring. It's not something, one of the problems we have with so much of the cable management systems in use currently is they work great when they come out of the factory. Awesome. 6 months later, the cable is frayed, the connector's laying on the ground. I don't think this is going to break. You probably have very little calls from customers saying that you have to replace the cable management system.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right, Tom. No pulleys, no mechanical parts, so very robust, like you said.
I also like your connector holsters. Some of the connector holsters for DC fast chargers, particularly the CCS connectors, they don't really holster the connector. They kind of hold it here. You just put it on a hook, and they're always full and they're on the ground. This really locks it in and really provides a good, solid connection here. Little things that people really don't notice. But me, when I'm out doing DC fast charge reviews and charging the cars, going to charger, I see the difference. This is a great cable management system here, cable management system and connector holster system. So in addition to the unit being compact, you nailed it on cable management and connector holster. Let's talk about power. what could these puppies put out?
I mean, look at this right here. You got 160, but we could take this up based on how many cabinets you put up. So we have the more power, more plugs. You can get up to 600 kilowatts on this system. So again, a lot of power that these things can put out. And you talked about the holster. I'll tell you this, Tom. Obviously, you've done your research. We take a lot of pride in saying this is a system designed by EV drivers for EV drivers. And those are just classic examples. The amount of power that it puts out, the cable management, the holster. We just want to make sure the customer experience is absolutely impeccable, because that's what separates us from everybody else.
And talking about separating you, I have to admit, I'm a little surprised that I don't see Kempower in more installations. Since you guys came out years ago, I thought that you had a fantastic system. And you've improved upon it as over the years. And it doesn't seem to me that you're getting the love that you should. I mean, there's another company here at the show that we won't mention that seems to be snagging a lot of contracts. They make great equipment. It's not bad that companies are using their equipment, but I would have thought you would have shared in, say, that success that it appears they have had over the last year or two. Could you maybe talk a little bit
Absolutely,
about,
Tom.
how are you guys doing? Do you have a lot of installations? Do you have partners that are, exclusively using your products?
Absolutely. So, Tom, you're absolutely right. You can never have growth that's high enough, right? We entered the North America market about 2 years ago. Just in these 2 years, we've got over 1,000 plugs, close to 1,500 plugs in the ground.
Okay. Here in the U.S.
Here in the U.S. Yeah. Our growth actually has been tremendous. So if you look at our numbers, we're one of the very few publicly traded companies. So the companies talk about, it's difficult sometimes to get the numbers, but ours are public. So if you look at our growth numbers, the last couple of years, I'll just talk about 2025. We just put out our annual report, and our orders were up 140% year over year.
Okay.
Revenue was up 70-odd%. So we are far outpacing the market growth and getting embedded with our customers, getting the market participation that we want. Obviously, we're just 2 years into this. In those 2 years, our growth has been tremendous. But again, if we look at the next 3 years, we have a solid plan in place. You talked about contracts. We've got contracts now with some of the top CPOs in the US. Some of the major players in the fleet segment are working with us. Out on the West Coast, we've got a lot of action taking place. We're in JFK, we're in SFO at this particular point in time. Canada, we've got a huge presence. We've got a number of contracts with school buses, with public transit. So a lot of momentum actually that's taking place. Maybe we need to do a better job talking about that. But I do believe for being 2 years old in North America, we've actually made a significant impact. And again, over 100% growth for the last couple of years, where we've almost tripled our business, is testament to that.
That's good to hear. I wanted to hear that you're doing well. What the consumer sees a lot of times is the Electrify Americas, the Ionas, the EV Goes, and as I said, they seem to be not using your products yet. Hopefully they're doing beta testing, which I know behind the scenes, I know for a fact some of these companies have interest in your product.
Absolutely.
I know this for a fact. I've spoken with them. But they're not out there yet. And that's what people see. I mean, you talked a lot about school buses and maybe government uses. And like customers, people don't see that as much.
Right.
They're in depots and so forth. But, this is a great unit. And hopefully we're going to see more of it because customers are going to like the Kempower user experience.
Absolutely.
So very good.
Absolutely.
And you have another product here at the show.
Absolutely.
That I think we definitely should talk about. I was going to call it a megawatt charger, but it's more than a megawatt charger. It's 1.2 megawatts.
Exactly.
It's the Kempower Mega Satellite. So let's take a quick look at that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's walk over here.
Today's video is sponsored by EVChargingStations.com. If you drive an electric vehicle or you're planning to, this site is packed with comprehensive charger reviews, detailed DC fast charging graphs, and the latest news from all of the fast charging networks. You'll find real-world testing, easy to understand comparison, and deep dives into how different electric vehicles actually charge. Before you buy an EV charger or plan your next road trip, make sure to bookmark EVChargingStations.com and make smarter charging decisions. So Monil, here it is. Megawatt charger, actually 1.2 megawatts.
Exactly.
Let's talk
right,
about
Tom. So very excited about this. This is our new release that we're coming out with. The market's pretty excited. We're pretty excited. You've heard all the news about the trucks coming out.
Yeah.
They're going to need over a megawatt to charge. They don't, a lot of these trucks won't be able to sit overnight to get charged, so they need a lot of juice. This is what does it.
Okay.
So you look at the size, you look at this right here, getting 1.2 megawatts to charge trucks. It's look at that. It feels like 1.2 megawatts, doesn't it, Tom?
Look at that.
Yeah. So you yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And I thought Chatamo was big.
Yeah. The good thing, Tom, here is it's got the same power electronics, the same high quality, greater than 99% reliability, but you can also hook up 7 satellites to this.
Okay.
So if a megawatt truck, let's say, doesn't come in, you can still hook up to 7 satellites to this and still use it as a regular charger, so that you still have high utilization and it's not money or juice that's going to waste.
So all on the same sites could have a mixture of these units and your other chargers.
Exactly
yes.
right.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly right.
That's fantastic. And they all get powered by the same power cabinets.
Absolutely.
Which is right next to us
right
over
next
here.
to us.
Yeah, that's great. So everybody wants to know, when are these going to be in the ground?
Well, these are ready to go. Customers are already buying it. So we fully expect starting this summer to have these on the ground, and then have trucks start to roll in and start charging. So we're pretty excited about the June, July timeframe. A lot of these we do believe are going to start going into the ground for us.
So you heard it. Kempower 1.2 megawatt chargers will be in the ground in the summer. That's like 4 months from now.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to check them out, although not many people will be able to use them currently. Maybe I'll get my Chinese-made electric vehicle that'll be able to take one megawatt.
There you go.
I don't think it's happening anytime soon. But at some point, maybe you might have a next generation J3400 plug on one of these, charging at 800 kilowatt in 6 or 7 years.
That's right.
The way the industry's moving,
exactly
it's
right.
crazy.
Exactly right.
Listen, thank you again.
Tom, thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Good luck with your whole family of products. I want to see more Kempower products out in the market. If you're a CPO, look at the Kempower products, consider using them, because they make really good products that take up small footprints, robust, well-made equipment, and as I said, good luck.
Thank you so much, Tom. Appreciate it.